Shaw or something. What is the deal?
This is my new suit. Or this is the beginning of my new suit. Have you ever had a tailor-made suit?
Well, you know, I have one that my parents actually gave me for Christmas, and it's really a really kind of a special feeling. This is a beautiful fabric.
That's
This is called a window pane, isn't it?
I don't have a clue. It's called blue.
I doubt you can see this on camera, but there are window panes.
This is the inside. This is what the guts of your sport coat looks like. Guys, did you have any
I see they put that
before?
extra thick burlap in here to make you look like you have chest muscles. Nice.
That's it. That's what it's for. That's what it's for. When you get old and soft, you get a bigger canvas front. It's true.
That is true, isn't it?
Yeah. You get old and soft. And
but that looks like a very little canvas front to me. That's going to be a good color on you.
Kids over at Emily Griffith are making this for me. The opportunity's cool over there.
Well, you know, it's true that most of us buy our clothes off the rack, but once you've had a tailor-made suit, you don't want to wear anything else ever again. I own one. It's ridiculous.
That's true. And the problem, of course, is that you have to face the music in getting your tailor-made suit. First of all, you have to be measured. You can have yours done in private. The folks at Emily Griffith decided I should have my measurements done in front of the tailoring class.
This first lesson today is going to be on measurement taking. Mark has agreed to be our model this year and been kind enough to come to our classroom.
My introduction was the easiest part of the afternoon. This is a class made up almost exclusively of women, and after my coat came off, they learned more about me than my mother knows.
Now, this waist measurement is not necessarily the measurement of his trousers. This is the waist measurement for the coat.
Let's get that tie out of there.
We don't want any extra. 37.5.
Is my, that can't be. Is that right? Is that true? Did you start at 1? I mean, look at that.
Unfortunately, it is true.
37.5.
I know. That's why I say I wanted to prepare you.
Let me
for
look
that.
at this again. Is that true? That's true.
We'll need to take a chest measurement here. Oops, not enough tape there.
Not enough big. They don't make it tape big enough. No, look at this. They cut it off at 12. Look at that. Huh?
We need to take a hip measurement, again, at the fullest part of the seat, and you want to make sure that their wallets are out of their pocket, not adding any extra fullness. Fullest part of the seat.
Here's $2 to make it smaller than what it is.
Our good-natured instructor is Connie
40.5.
Schwartz, a master tailor who knows more about men's clothing than most men. We actually started this tailoring process several weeks ago at a place called Denver Fabrics. Here, we selected the main fabric for the suit.
Oh, look, I'm Batman. It's a tailor joke.
And we also selected fabric for a shirt and the buttons for the suit.
Same color as my stripe.
As the tattersall.
I'm a fashion guy. See?
At another shop called Zippers and Threads, Connie selected the interior pieces of the suit.
These are sleeve heads. They're going to fill out the cap of the sleeve. Otherwise, it would look shallow or hollow. Sleeve wigging goes in the bottom part of your sleeve to add stability. Undercollar fabric.
All of our purchases and my
apart and his
aging
toes are
physique
slightly
becoming
spread to the outside.
instructional materials for the class.
And his trouser, he wears a 36. And is that right?
No.
And I get 16 and an 8.
I've grown. In the last hour, I've grown.
But all of the measurements have been committed to paper, and the suit is underway. Thank goodness this part is over.
Well, this has been the most depressing day of my life.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mark.
Let's have
It
a
had
round
to
of
be done.
applause.
Thank you.
I'll see you coming into good afternoon, Colorado, and
Monday?
Monday.
Sounds good.
Be nice, okay? See you guys.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Dress well.
You know what's so funny? Your neck measurement and my waist measurement are the same. Isn't that strange that would have? What a coincidence.
Your neck's as big as my... Your waist is as big as my neck. Well, they do all this two-finger gather thing. It's tailor measure. Please welcome... Please welcome an excellent teacher, the worst measure I ever met, but one of the best things to ever happen at Emily Griffith. Here she is, Master Tailor Connie Schwartz. Great to have you, Connie.
Thank you. Now, is it true that typically when you're measuring somebody that you won't let them stand in front of the mirror? Or,
That is absolutely true.
and you don't typically call the numbers out, you just write them down.
That's right. And for obvious reasons, Mark will fill his air with chest, suck in his stomach, things like that if we had him in front of a mirror. So.
That makes sense. But why don't you tell them their measurements? I mean, it's always a shock, but you don't, because they'll start changing their posture again if you tell them, oh, you have a...
That's right.
Yeah,
and men
really.
are worse than women sometimes. Hate to say that.
How much does... This is a lot of handwork before it's done. Well, you're going to do it in 9 months because it's for the kids.
That's
for
right.
the class. But typically, how long does it take you to make a tailor-made suit?
Generally, 40 to 50 hours will go into a tailor-made suit, starting from pattern drafting and to the finishing touches.
And that's $40 billion. How much does it cost to have it?
The people who can afford and appreciate hand-tailored suits are generally those who don't care about the price.
You can afford it? Don't ask about it. That's one of those things.
It's lovely on you thus far, though, Mark,
Thank you.
I have to say.
What do we do now? We've got the innards. We have my fabric, which is very nice. And they're making a shirt for me as well, which is going to be French cuffed.
That's right.
And they're going
You
to
asked for
monogram.
cufflinks.
Is that a great deal, huh? And so what happens next? I mean, in the next step, we're going to put the fabric around the end part?
No, we're starting with the shirt first. It helps the students to tune up a little bit on their sewing skills.
Nice.
And then we'll be doing the trousers and then finally the coat.
I see. How long does it take to make a shirt?
It takes me about 3 hours.
Now, they're making, all the students are making one shirt and one suit
Yes.
each? Or
Yes.
just each?
They're making one shirt, one pair of trousers, and one suit or sport coat, and that will take 9 months to complete.
And so you're going to end up with 56 suits, or
Well,
what?
one could only hope. But they're all making them for people, you know, in their lives as well. I'm kind of the stunt double for the
I
suit
see.
That's
project,
right. Mark
huh?
tried to talk them into all making a suit for him, but they've had other significant
The
others in their
stiffs
life.
wouldn't do it. But we'll check back with Connie periodically and the folks over at Emily Griffith and see how it's coming along. Yes. Connie, thanks for being our guest today.
Thank you.
It's been fun, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks as we get on down the line, okay? Connie Schwartz, everybody. Thanks, Connie. Coming up today, great show, funny man Richard Lewis.
Also, the new Mel Brooks movie, Robin Hood Men in Tights. You've heard about it. We'll talk to Richard Lewis. He's in it. And also an up-and-coming singer, Cleve Francis.
And a good deal that will tickle your taste buds. Stay with us. We'll be right back. For me on this show, we've done a few stories on it. I have a class at the Emily Griffith Opportunity School here in town making a whole suit of clothes for me, top to bottom, including a shirt. I had my shirt fitting today. Here I am. Connie Schwartz there on the right is the instructor, and she is custom tailoring this whole thing for me. And this is what a shirt looks like as it's going together. I mean, it's just pieces, the collar, the cuffs, and the whole thing. Now, this has been going on for several weeks now. We went out, we selected fabrics, we got buttons, we got liners, and we got zippers and thread. And a couple of weeks ago, we had a fitting for my trousers. Now, what you may not know is that when a gentleman has a pair of trousers custom made, the tailor has to know which side that gentleman dresses on. That is, whether he dresses left or dresses right. Does anyone know what this means? A few of you know what this means.
Yeah.
It's a question that refers to how the male anatomy fits into a pair of trousers. So, I'm having this discussion in a classroom full of women.
Did you even know what that meant?
Not a clue. Connie Schwartz, the instructor, is explaining to the class how this works, and we're laughing anyway, when my photographer, Danny Wood, is behind the camera, collapses with laughter, and the teacher loses it with him. Here's what happened. Watch this.
Okay, we checked to make sure that the hips were even, or whether the right or the left hip was higher. And we also need to make a crotch adjustment, and so we need to ask Mark what side he dresses on, if he dresses to the right or to the left. To allow for the genitals, we need to make one side larger than the other. Mark's case.
It's you. It's you. You're our problem. You're our problem. We were fine until you did that. This was good TV. It's you. Which side do you dress on? I bet you don't know, do you? I don't know. I checked. You're the problem. It's you. Let me show. Look. Let me show you. Turn that around.
We're not going to do that. Would you just answer the question?
I dress left.
Thank you. What was I going to ask?
After much research, I decided.
Were we going to tell the class what you first did when I asked that?
Well, she asked me which way I dressed, and I said, well, I've never been asked this question before. I buy everything off the rack, you know, I've never had a tailor-made suit. And I told her, well, I put my left leg in first, and then, well, you know, it's kind of right in the middle there. I had not a clue. But now I know. She had much the same reaction she's having now.
I did not.
I had no idea why. Hey, I look better than she does, I'll tell you what. Suit will be ready in a couple months, and we'll be showing it to you, and it'll be perfect.
Oh, the indignities. I've never seen you embarrassed, and I think you really were.
I've never had clothes custom made. I just buy everything off the line. How many of you would know what that meant if you went to have a suit made? Two out of what? 60? Oh, these are. You would have been great in the class. Oh, the little girl from Norway knows. Sure. Today's show, the most amazing jump rope team you have ever seen from the Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey Circus.
Jack Lemmon and Matthew Broderick are also here, and they'll talk to us about their new movie and also how to dress. They're not going to talk to us about this, but also we have on the show today how to dress like French women.
I will not be showing you how to do that. We have people here showing you how, and who knows how they dress. And Dr. Rob with the perfect pet products for cold weather. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Mark has by now eaten so much white chocolate cheesecake that he can no longer buy food off the rack. So, this suit is being made completely from scratch. This began as nothing more than a bolt of cloth and a bunch of buttons, actually. It was in a little pile.
Can you see I have my new suit pants on. This is my shirt that they made. These are my new suit pants, but I'm moving very carefully in them because
they're tacked together.
Yes, because they're just tacked together, but
I'm wondering if I pulled this string here,
I would become Linda.
Instantly naked.
I'd be a live nude in the studio.
Yes,
but
you would be.
You know, this custom tailored clothes just feel so good.
Do they?
They do.
They do.
They do.
Connie Schwartz is the master tailor that teaches the class at the Opportunity School, and she's using this as a demonstration.
Yeah, she can make just about anybody look good, even me.
Batman. It's a tailor joke. We shot for material at Denver Fabrics. At a place called Zippers and Threads, we bought zippers and threads. In her classroom at the Emily Griffith Opportunity School, we fit the shirt.
Why don't you just kind of do what you would normally do, like, see, I think that's going to be just fine. So we'll shorten it up.
A shirt so well made, it will fit no matter my posture.
This is where we'll be cutting for the left side.
We watched as patterns were made and stitches were sewn. And, oh yes, most every part of my frame has been measured.
Fullest part of the seat.
Here's $2 to make it smaller than what it is. Sorry.
The style, the color, the fit, all were determined by Connie, but look at this. A less experienced tailor can use a computer program called Suit Yourself to fit a customer. By merely loading my measurements, the computer determines, for example, that of the 4 major suit style classifications, I look best in American Classic, this the standard cut, or double-breasted fashions. The computer also says that I should wear a handkerchief in my pocket, and that I should fashion it in a point, a square, or a puff. The program recommends that I accessorize with a vest when the occasion calls for it, and that braces are ideal for someone with my frame. My slacks should always be pleated and cuffed, according to the computer, but can be either straight-legged or flared to the top of my shoes. The computer will even select necklines for my favorite attire, shirts and sweaters. So this really likes the polo collar and the cardigan. Those would
Mr.
be
Rogers stuff, yeah.
what it likes the best. Even if you're built like Fred Rogers, the right clothes and make you look good.
Fred Rogers is built just like this.
You know,
Just like that.
I never realized it, but you are sort of a Mr. Rogers, aren't you?
Stop that.
Why
Susan
don't
says,
you wear tennis? You should come out every day and put tennis shoes on.
She says, you know, you do look good in braces and a wide tie. It hides your stomach. Yeah, thanks a lot.
Nice?
Ladies and gentlemen from the Emily Griffith Opportunity School, please welcome Connie Schwartz, Master Tailor. Master Tailor.
So, was this the most difficult project you've ever done?
Mark's the most difficult person that I've ever worked with. The project is
I know
easy.
this. I
Yes,
work with
you
him
work
every
with him every
day.
day.
Now, we should tell everybody if they want to, that they can get a computer analysis of their own, right?
Denver Fabrics is offering the computer analysis on January 29th for both men and women.
Oh,
see?
yes.
You should go down
I
and
should go down.
be
And
analyzed.
we'll give this 10-page printout. It's terrific.
I'm gonna come over here just real quick because I want you to tell me. We're working on the waist right now, right?
We're working on the waist. We're going to check the length, make sure that the seat and the stride are accurate.
What do you
How
think
much
so
do
far?
you have to let the waist out?
How long do you have to look at this now?
Well, we're
Take that in just a little bit.
We're a little wide open right now. Look at that, about an inch, too big right there. Would be taking that up, huh?
But you can check the seat. It's nice. It hangs nice and clean.
Yes, it does. Oh yeah.
Those are
they're
called
very
after the holiday pants.
That's right.
They'll fit you after the holidays.
After the toffee fence, get those wide pleats in there, and then go to Instrum's and order extra candy. Hey,
we'll need to shorten them a bit here, but that's pretty easy.
That's right. It's coming along great.
Yes.
And we should tell everybody that if you're interested in custom-made clothes, Connie, she can take care of you as well. She runs a custom tailoring business. It is called Très Elegant, and her phone number is 987-2523. Connie, thank you so much. It's going quickly apace.
It's wonderful. I'm really enjoying it.
Master Tailor Connie Schwartz. Thank you, Connie. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
There probably isn't a person in America who hasn't at least at one time thought, you know, wouldn't it be nice to be their own boss, to invent something like this and then have a big company where you're in control of everything? Well, today we are going to introduce you to 4 women who are just that, or at least heading in that direction, right?
Yeah, that's right. 4 women who work at home, who make good money, who are living the dream of being your own boss.
Meet 30-year-old Pascal Vasquez, a self-taught jewelry maker, getting some able assistance here from her son.
I could use these.
It's perfect. She works at home, she has time with her youngster, and there's a market for her designs.
And I sold about worth $300 in 10 days. And I've taken an order in by phone this morning from Switzerland. And I was just talking to another friend, and she wants to include me in her fashion shows. So it's really starting to take off.
Pascal is not totally self-sufficient as yet. She has a full-time job as a goldsmith, but who knows how good this could get.
Hi there. How are you today? Great. Are you ready for call-in?
36-year-old Juanita Blackton is a true work-at-home mom, handling 2 kids, a dog, and a large distribution network of Amway products. Now, don't get the wrong idea. This isn't the same business it used to be.
People have this 1960s image of Amway, door-to-door, little red wagon, and that's not what we do. What we do is we teach people how to purchase products from their own distribution network. So everything that we have in our house basically comes from our own business.
The same is true of others in the network, and everyone has their own customers as well. Most of the business is done over the phone. Products like these ordered from catalogs. Some in the network make in excess of $30,000 a year.
I know people who are making lots of money and are doing very, very well. And I know people who are very happy making $400 a month because they can pay off their bills and they don't have the credit card debt.
And it has the buttons all the way down the front and the really popular Mandarin collar for the season.
32-year-old Donna Luther Adrian has a home fashion business that goes on the road. She's showing at a school today, and she's a hit.
I design sportswear, expressive casual sportswear, and it's custom made to fit each person individually.
Does anybody have any questions for me?
Well, I have people do home parties, and it's a real special thing. So they have hors d'oeuvres and wine and tea and stuff like that, and I put on a fashion show. I hire models, and they model the garments, coordinated all different ways, and then I take orders.
The clothing fits, it's very individual and very much in style. Donna will tell you she's doing great.
I charge $15 to $20 an hour, yeah. And at this point, I'd say I could easily make $30,000 a year.
Things are even better for a custom tailor. 33-year-old Connie Schwartz has a shop at home. It turns out beautiful custom clothing for men and women at a rate of about $20 an hour. She loves her arrangement.
I get up at 6 in the morning and I get to come down and sew in my pajamas for a couple hours until my son gets up. Then I get him ready and off to school. I may come back down and sew for a couple hours. I'll teach aerobic classes at noon or at 4 or something like that. So I'll run off to the club, teach my aerobics class, come back and do a little bit more sewing. Have dinner started in the interim, throw a few loads of wash in while I'm working, and then have dinner, put my son to bed, and come back and sew for a few more hours.
Freedom, income, time at home to raise kids. For many women, it's the ideal situation.
Huh? Neat? Oh, you
That's
finally got
wonderful.
coffee.
Well, yeah, I have the ideal situation finally. Yeah, this is pretty cool, too.
This is great. I want you to know women who work at home are really special, and the last gal in my story, Connie Schwartz, the custom tailor. I get a call from Connie one day. She teaches a class over at the Emily Griffith Opportunity School. She says, how would you like us to make a suit for you? So she goes to work, and she teaches women how to make clothing, make this great shirt. It's even monogram. And I mean, it is just the most.
Say?
We went.
Wait.
M-E-K.
What's the E?
I can't remember. Anyway. Oh, it's Emerson. It was my grandfather's name. I rarely use it.
He's an Emerson.
We went. We selected the fabric. We've done probably half a dozen stories on this.
Great looking suit.
That's right. You've never seen the finished suit. Modeling my finished suit, a guy who is almost my size, much smaller chest. Dr. Rob Hilsenroth, the world's wealthiest veterinarian. Look
at that.
You look terrific.
Did you get to pick that fabric out?
I picked it all out, you know. Now, if it hadn't been Rob, he probably would have picked little alligators and stuff there, I think,
Rob, don't leave with it now.
No. Connie, Rob's in the audience. If you'd like, Connie, do you think you could whip something together for Rob? Little puppy dogs, kitties, or something on it? Yeah, they'd fix him right up. Thanks, Rob. Okay, get out of here. Go play with the animals. Rob Hilsenroth, everyone. Connie, thank you. And thanks to all of our at-home career moms, and we'll be right back. Don't go away.